Just a quick video on a strange occurrence at the Ghost Rock and Western outdoor G-scale railroad. During all the high winds here in the desert, I came across this blue kiddie pool, and it got blown out from some neighbor, I don't know, but it sat there for over 2 weeks, so I picked it up and I used it to do something a little bit different than normal. We got a lot of pigeons here, so I also have chickens. You guys probably already know that. But I bought some crumbles, some lay ration crumbles for food for the chickens. You know, it's got calcium and protein and stuff for laying eggs. But I bought one of the bags and it was infested with weevils because it was old. It must have been sitting a while. And then I took it back and the guy said, "Here, take another bag." So I took another bag for free, brought her home. That was bad too. So anyway, I kept both bags, but they were both infested with weevils, which are, you know, tiny little black bugs that grow over time in commodities like that, you know, in wheat, flour, agricultural foods and things that, you know, anyway, I took both 50-pound bags and dumped them into this kiddie pool and placed them on a picnic table away from the house, you know, a good, I don't know, 50, 60 yards, about 50 yards away from the house, and I filled it up with all that food there, and lo and behold, there you go. We got pigeons, we got quail, and they finally figured it out. They went in there and just dove right into the pool there, and they're pecking away. Let me get another view for you. Let me walk over here see if I can get an upper view somehow. I don't want them to fly away, but as you can see, they're also, you know, they're up on the wires. They're all waiting for their turn to peck at the bounty that was laid upon the table for them. It's funny. Anyway, let me see if I could get above the fray here somehow. Hold on. Well, I'll get close. You can see that I placed a rock in the middle of it, but I have to get up somehow. Well, I may scare them away, but bear with me. I'm going to show you what the rest is here. All right, now, oh, there they go. Yeah, I knew they'd get scared, but they'll be back. See the food? It's like this, it kind of looks like grape nuts. You know, it's grape nuts. But they eat the bugs, they eat the food, everything. So 100 pounds. It's only $10 a bag, you know, but it was no good, so hey, give it to the pigeons, and that way they'll stay away from the house, away from the chickens, away from the yard, maybe away from the railroad. Because sometimes they land on my bridge. They land on my bridge and they crap on the track. And that's a little bit of a pain. But there are bigger problems in life than that. Alright, let me show you what I'm doing here. All the buildings on the Ghost Rock and Western are gone. I'm going to re-establish the town. All the buildings were sitting here. It's all gone. I'll show you where they are. I'm going to kind of level the land out, make a little more room. There's the pads with some of the buildings are, but see these rocks, they all, you know, the animals, the rabbits and things, and wind and erosion, they fall. All the rocks fall, and dirt, and everything gets buried. Anyway, here's all the buildings. I lined them all up. I'm going to go through them one by one and, you know, make some repairs, some improvements. They're not pristine. These are very weathered, old wooden structures. Some are made of cast iron, like this one. This was a cast iron, I don't know, it's a farmhouse of some kind, or a foundry, and that's the only one that held up, cast iron. I wish they were all made of that. Here's the rest of them here, some more buildings over here. The Indian Pueblo, watchtower, water tank, completely rusted out. So, and other buildings, so I'm gonna, this kind of stuff, I'll probably just, again, glue on. I'm gonna still make it look dilapidated and abandoned, but they need attention. And I don't know, I might treat it with some kind of oil or something, but 115 degrees for about, it's 100 days of hell is what it is. Over 110 degrees, it just bakes, and it's over. This morning 64 degrees, doesn't get to about maybe 86 now. It's beautiful. Here's some metal buildings to the side. Of course, I got it laying on its side, but I'm going to use this stuff too. This was a water wheel that's not operating right now, but all right. And before I go, I hope I haven't bored you to death, but here's the chickens, and they're enjoying their morning corn. They get a little stalk of corn every morning, and in return I get 4 eggs a day. I'll only buy the corn if it's 8 for $1. When it goes to two for $1, forget it. 8 for $1, no problem. I'll buy like $3 worth. Okay, well, I'll be following up on the railroad here soon. I've done a lot of extra landscaping here. Finished a bridge area. This is going to be a town. I'm going to have some structures up there, and my other tunnel is done there. I'm going to have some trees put up. I've been manufacturing some trees. I've got some of the armatures here that I picked from the backyard. I ordered some super tree material. Super tree material is the kind of stuff that you use to add to the armatures to give the tree fullness. Here are some Chinese trees. These are cheap. They're like $3 for 24 of them, but I repaint them. Some of them are repainted. Sometimes I'll flock them. If you flock them, they look something like this. This is a bottle brush section, and I pretty much just cut it, glued it, and flocked it. Looks a little like looks a bit like a bent Douglas fir tree. Maybe it's just an experiment. I might use it, but here are some of the trees I've made. Let me get to focus in on them here. There's one right there. I'll just kind of pan over some of the trees. These are my early attempts. That was a little puffy, but I realized that sometimes less is more, as you can see in some of these smaller trees. That's a good lesson. Less is more. All right. Okay, I won't bore you anymore. That's it for the Ghost Rockin' Western G scale and Ghost Rockin' Western HO scale. One more thing. In the workshop, I've got the LGB torn apart again. It's not getting direct pickup. I bought this LGB online, and it needed repair. I fixed it, and then it died again. Only one truck's working, and it's because of the contacts. I realized that the Where are they? Yeah, it's these things. The electrical sprung, the sprung brushes that connect to the electricity. Yeah, right here you can see. Yeah, these pins, I had to solder these pins down, see, in order to get a direct contact for these slides. But I realized that these sprung contacts here, these brushes that go up against the wheels are bad. They just gone bad. They're old and they're broken. So I ordered new ones. It's about 20 bucks. And those brushes, you know, they rub against the back of these wheels here. So it's pretty easy fix. LGB is great quality, easy repairs when it comes to trucks that can be taken right out and then just snapped in. You know, you just plug them in and go. So it's a great engine. Got it for a good price, but it wasn't running right. But we straightened it out. No complaints, no problems. Anyway, that's it, folks. Today is Saturday, September 23rd. The day that the world was supposed to end. Right. Well, as you can see, the world is fine, and it will be forever. Oh, one more parting shot. There's my dog, Ellie. Hello, Ellie. What are you doing? What's that? What's that? Huh? Where's the chickens? Where's the chickens? Get them. Get the chickens. Well, she's on the watch. All right, so good morning and goodbye for now.